Acts 15, 12 to 21 follows on from when Peter's been talking to the church at Jerusalem about the Gentiles, and then Barnabas and Paul relay their signs and wonders that God has done through them, also on the Gentiles. And the whole assembly became quiet and gave them the time to feed back, and they focused on what they were saying. Once the feedback had been done, James, who's also known as James the Just and was a brother of Jesus, he addressed the believers in Jerusalem and mentions Peter rather than Paul and Barnabas, probably because Paul and Barnabas were the ones that were having their testimony questioned. James then states that God has made the Gentiles a people for himself. This is a significant statement because it's the same that's used in the Old Testament for when it's being referred to as Israel. So James is stating that the Gentiles now belong to the true Israel. He backs this up then with the prophecy from Amos 9, 11 to 12. The next section seems a bit odd because on the surface it seems that James is adding some random abstentions for the Gentiles in terms of 4 things they shouldn't do. And why these 4? Well, what's actually happening here is James is asking the Gentiles, who now have their freedom in Christ and no longer under religion, to not put stumbling blocks in front of the new Jewish converts to Christianity. He's asking them to be courteous to the Jewish believers who are still quite keen on their Levitical laws. So this isn't about works, it's more about being sensitive to others who are younger in the faith. So what can we take from this? Well, firstly, when something new is brought to the church, we should listen respectfully and then weigh it up through the Word, through the Bible, and be considerate and wise. Secondly, when we come across new believers and we try to support them, let's not put stumbling blocks in their way. I was reminded of the section that Paul talks about giving milk and meat, that some Christians are on milk and some further on and onto meat or solid foods. And that's 1 Corinthians 3 verse 2. So next time we meet new believers, perhaps we should serve them an omelette rather than giving them steak.